What's up, y'all? I'm Jordy, and welcome to playoffs of the DDL. That's right, we made it. We top cut. We're top 8. Whoever wins this will continue forward, and whoever doesn't gets to take a break. Has to go home. Anyways, my opponent this week is 6-foot Hacks. They've got a crazy team. They've got Mega Lucario, who hits crazy hard, Mega Charizard Y, who hits crazy hard, and then they have Venusaur to take advantage of the sun. They got Greninja and Aegislash, which can do some support roles and do some damage. KROOKODILE has Intimidate, and my team's very physical, so that could be annoying. Rotom-Mow on their end is also annoying for a lot of my Pokemon. Gardevoir, their own Kangaskhan, though they can't Mega Evolve theirs, though they get to hold an item rather than the Kangaskhanite. And a Dragonite, just a Dragonite. It's fun, it's good, it has crazy stats, it's going to be a good Pokemon. Basically, my thinking going into this is they're going to bring Charizard Y, because Charizard Y is just amazing. I'm pretty sure they've brought it every week. I don't see why you wouldn't. And so I don't actually want to fight the Weather War. So it's going to be a little bit weird, but I'm actually leaving the whole Excadrill at home. There's been times when I didn't bring Hippowdon, but this time I'm not bringing either of them. Instead, I've got 2 modes. First up, we've got this Trick Room package. Farigiraf, and it's got Trick Room, Psychic, Ally Switch, and Hyper Voice. We are invested to be able to live KROOKODILE's knockoff, and we are invested to be able to live Charizard's Weather Ball. We cannot live Overheat or Blast Burn. To support this, we've got Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan's going to be the Trick Room sweeper. We Fake Out to get Trick Room up, we Hammer Arm to get -2 speed, while also dealing a powerful fighting type move. And we have Scrappy just in case we need to hit their Aegislash with this. We don't really have a ton of ways to hit their Aegislash if I'm leaving my ground types at home, but hopefully it doesn't come to that. At -2 speed, we will be able to underspeed their Aegislash. Not that that's super important. It's just how it worked out. But at our Mega, we get 128 speed. We gain 10 points in speed. So if we Electroweb them with our Choice Scarf Rotom, we can actually outspeed their fastest Pokemon, which is Greninja. Well, their fastest non-Scarf, non-Chlorophyll Pokemon, at least. We've invested this Rotom to be 1 point faster than Adamant Krookodile, so if they're an Adamant Scarf Krookodile, we can just go first and delete it with Leaf Storm. It's possible they would run Jolly, but I'm not 100% sure what they're going to go with, so I think it's fine. We're actually pretty bulky rather than offensive here, because mostly Leaf Storm does the damage it needs into Krookodile, and Electroweb is just for speed control, so we're bulked out so we can take a Sludge Bomb from Venusaur, and conveniently that also lets us take a Gunk Shot from Krookodile if it comes to it. The second mode here is going to be Dragon Dance Mega Gyarados. We've got Dragon Dance Waterfall Stone Edge is making a return. The second time we're fighting a Dragonite. Coincidence? Yes, actually, because that Stone Edge has Charizard's name written all over it. Even at -1, we're going to be able to KO a Charizard with Stone Edge, unless they're ridiculously bulky. The speed here, it's just enough after one Dragon Dance to catch Lucario, not Greninja. So if they have Greninja and Venusaur in the sun and a Scarf Pokemon, they could have 3 Pokemon that outspeed this at +1, which is a little scary, but we've got a lot of support for it. Hopefully we can get more than 1 Dragon Dance. And the Stone Edge, speaking of Dragonite from before, we can KO that at +1 through Multiscale, because Mega Gyarados' Mold Breaker will actually come in handy there. The only other situations where Mold Breaker would be useful here is if their Kangaskhan or Lucario in base form have Inner Focus, and then actually Waterfall's 20% flinch chance will apply to them. That seems pretty niche and probably won't be coming up, but hey, it's a possibility. To support this Gyarados, we've got Salazzle. Salazzle with Fake Out and Encore. Fake Out and Encore is a brutal combination, especially with closed sheets, because if you protect from the Fake Out, well, now you're locked into that. Good luck, and that'll give Gyarados another chance to set up. Heat Wave, Salazzle, first of all, is going to be able to outspeed Mega Lucario, which is amazing, but also Heat Wave has a very, very good chance of KOing Mega Lucario, but it has a slight chance to miss, and if you get the lowest roll and they have a little bit of HP, it might not KO. It is pretty risky. I was really considering Flamethrower, but I don't know if they would actually go super bulky Lucario, so I'm actually willing to risk it. The spread coverage could do a lot for me, especially for Gyarados. If I chip something down a little bit, it'll be in range. And we just have max special attack because we're going to be Focus Sash on this. Since we're not bringing Sand, we can afford to just put the Sash on it and not really worry too much about its bulk. 182 speed is just 1 point faster than the Gyarados after it Dragon Dances, so we don't have to run into speed ties. And finally, to just help support this Gyarados, we have Clefable. Clefable on our team is Mega, but we're most likely not going to Mega Evolve it. However, if we do, this amount of bulk lets us live a hit from Lucario. Mega Lucario's Meteor Mash or Flash Cannon, if they're a special attacker, are very unlikely to KO this Mega Clefable. However, if they are Adamant or Modest, that actually changes. I do expect Jolly or Timid because of the speed tier situation, but they could just be like, you're never going to run a fast Kangaskhan, I don't need to worry about that, and get us with that. But also, if we just leave it in base, we're only going to be able to redirect one hit, and we will go down to one of those steel moves. If we don't Mega Evolve, though, we can take quite a few hits. We can take Venusaur's Sludge Bomb. We can take Weather Ball from Charizard. Aegislash won't be able to KO us unless it has some sort of boosting item. Greninja's Gunk Shot won't do it. This thing is just super tanky. And the Magic Guard here helps in case that Gunk Shot or Sludge Bomb poisons. It won't get that extra little bit of chip to take us out. But anyways, that's the team. Hope it works out. If it doesn't, this is my last week. I hope you enjoyed. Let's get into the match. Alright, here we are. Charizard, Lucario, Krookodile, Kangaskhan, Rotom, and Dragonite. I'm not thrilled to see the Rotom, but it makes sense. The rest kind of makes sense. I'm not too worried about. Do I want to go a Trick Room route, or do I want to go with Gyarados first? I think I'm leaning toward... I'm leaning a little bit toward Trick Room, though I don't know what their answer to Trick Room is. No Venusaur is very interesting. Actually, no Venusaur helps my fast mode quite a bit. So I am going to go fast mode. I'm going to go Salazzle Gyarados. Gyarados is going to have trouble with Rotom, so I'm going to need my own Rotom. And finally, Mega Kang is great with Rotom. I love that there's no Greninja. That also makes my Gyarados a lot better. Probably Kang. Salazzle can't do much to Charizard. So I don't think having Clefable helps me much there. I think these are the four, and it'll either work or it won't. Let's see what cool text they cooked up. Or if it's just the normal stuff and I'm going to be expecting something crazy and play myself. Alright. It's Charizard Rotom. Could be worse. Could be a lot better too. This is a fake out Dragon Dance 100%. Fake out the Rotom Dragon Dance. Not gonna Mega Evolve. Because I kind of want to save that for Kangaskhan, though may not have a choice. Woo! Protect from Charizard is lovely to see. What's Rotom up to? Rotom is up to not being very fast, which is good to know. While I can pin Charizard, I don't think that helps me that much, if I'm being honest. I'm gonna go Sludge Bomb, Rotom, Protect. Is that too obvious? I think it's... I need to play this safe. I need to see what's going on here. Rotom swap into Krookodile? No, into Kangaskhan. I don't hate to see that. Hello, Charizard Y. Man, that Encore would have been so good then. Was not expecting Rotom to just leave like that. At least Gyarados won't be taking damage here. And we get decent damage into Kangaskhan. Alright, Heat Wave breaks our Sash. Sad, but acceptable. Alright, here I go for a big Heat Wave. What do? You fake out my Gyarados and go for your own Heat Wave? But then I take out your Kangaskhan, which is really nice for me. And if you fake out Salazzle, then you learn I had Stone Edge. Alright, yeah, you fake out. It's most likely just fake out Heat Wave. Who are we missing? Was that Charizard? Okay, it was Charizard. Kangaskhan actually hangs on, which is fine. Oh, you don't miss any Heat Waves, though. Alright. That is okay. I'm gonna bring in Kangaskhan now. I can fake out just to get rid of their Kangaskhan and Stone Edge their Charizard. Charizard swapping is interesting into Krookodile. Alright, well, you're not getting an Intimidate on my Kangaskhan. Does your Kangaskhan have Protect? Oh, you're swapping that out too. That's cool. Hello, Rotom. And Stone Edge misses. Of course it does. Why wouldn't it? Alright, I'm gonna Mega Evolve and Double Edge this Rotom. And just protect Gyarados. I want to see what's going on with this Krookodile. Getting some big damage into Rotom, finding out that it's Citrus Berry, or if it's Citrus Berry. Gyarados is not in the worst possible position, I guess. Okay, they do have, looks like, a very fast Krookodile with Breaking Swipe. That's not too surprising. I would guess they might have Discharge. Okay, they do have Citrus Berry. That's rough. And Reflect. Okay. Good play. I'm going to Double Edge the Rotom again and bring in my own Rotom. Yeah, I'm going to give up my speed boost, but not too big a deal. I expect an electric move coming, so Rotom would be the right thing to come into. Alright, we're at -2 now. I don't think we can KO Rotom from here. Yeah, no. Didn't think so. And Electroweb. Ooh. Okay. I don't hate locking into Thunderbolt. Their Kangaskhan in the back is really low, too. I do think Krookodile would consider swapping out here. I'm going to bring in Gyarados. Do I think Volt Switch can finish Rotom? I don't think it can. So I'm going to go Thunderbolt into the Rotom. My Rotom's quite fast, so I expect to be faster than theirs. But now that I'm at -1, I'm not going to be faster than Krookodile, of course. Alright, their Krookodile is staying in. Goodbye, Rotom. And you have Gunk Shot. Alright, not Scarf on their Krookodile. Good to know. But we are very bulky, and you're at -1. Actually, that did a ton of damage for -1. What the heck? Kangaskhan is here. That is fine. I'm thinking Protect, bring in my own Kangaskhan here. It's getting really close. This could go either way. We're all super low on health, except the Charizard. The Charizard is always one Stone Edge away. That means they kind of need to target down my Gyarados, which is why I'm thinking I might be able to get away with this swap. Though Gyarados protecting here is kind of obvious. Okay, they do fake out the Gyarados at least, but then they attack the Rotom then. No, it's Breaking Swipe. Okay. I'm gonna Dragon Dance just because I want the speed. I think they probably give up their Kangaskhan here. So they're gonna just send it with Kangaskhan into my Gyarados. That's what I think is happening here. And I'm gonna accept that I get Breaking Swiped. Ooh, Charizard coming in? Just for another Intimidate, I guess? Does your Kangaskhan have Protect? I don't think it does. Goodbye, Kangaskhan. Okay. I was accepting the Breaking Swipe, and this, so the Intimidate is about the same. And now your Reflect is gone, too. So this Stone Edge at neutral definitely takes Charizard. So that's awesome. And I think I want to try to bait a Protect from the Charizard, so I'm just going to Protect Gyarados. And if you want to take out Kangaskhan, go for it. I will send a Hammer Arm into your Krookodile. This might work, because then I get into Rotom and I can just send Leaf Storm plus Stone Edge. Krookodile could be Sash, could be Rindo. I don't think we saw its item yet. All we know is it can change moves. Alright, we baited out the Protect. That is exactly what we needed to see. Gunk Shot is apparently your strongest move on our Gyarados. That is cool. Hammer Arm does very little. That thing is bulky. Alright, but you're definitely in Leaf Storm range. Actually, you're in Hammer Arm range unless you go for a Breaking Swipe. So here's a Stone Edge. Here's a Hammer Arm. I wonder if we should not be lowering our speed so that Rotom's Electroweb could be an endgame against their Charizard if we miss. If we miss, we're getting Heat Waved, so it's not going to matter. And we don't miss. There's Stone Edge. Goodbye, Charizard. Let's go. It worked. That was very scary. And then, yeah, Breaking Swipe. And now you can take the next Hammer Arm. But I potentially get more information if you have some sort of item that does anything. It doesn't seem like it. Oh, I think they were already below half, so we would have seen Citrus. I should finish it with a... Should I not reveal Waterfall? I haven't revealed Waterfall yet, so I'm not going to. I have revealed Double Edge and Stone Edge, so... And it connects. Hopefully that got them thinking, what's my last move if he's going to Stone Edge the Krookodile? Alright. We got game one. That is some great momentum. Whew. It's a very difficult team to fight, though. GG. Alright, here we are. Not having to reveal Encore is actually pretty great. Kind of tempted to go with a Kangaskhan Rotom mode here, I think they might switch it up and go with Lucario. It's not Scarf Rotom. It's not Scarf Krookodile. The Kangaskhan has Fake Out, so I doubt that's Scarf. So yeah, the speed here could just be incredible. Plus we have Leaf Storm to rip at Krookodile, whose item we still don't know. It could be Rindo, it could be Lum, it could be Focus Sash. That's probably the best option for Focus Sash, but it felt really bulky. If we're going fast mode, it's obviously Gyarados and Salazzle as well. Just not putting Gyarados in harm's way right away, and Salazzle coming in later could actually make the Encore even stronger. The Rotom has Reflect and Electroweb. I assume it has Hydro Pump. It didn't protect in front of a Fake Out, so I wonder. Alright, here's Rotom Krookodile. I'm very happy to see this. You've got Gunk Shot and Breaking Swipe. You've got Reflect and Electroweb. I've got Mega. Do I Mega Evolve here? I don't know if I want the extra damage from Fake Out. And I could save it for Gyarados potentially. I could see it. They do have a Dragonite. And I'm just gonna rip Leaf Storm into Rotom. I think there's a chance Rotom doesn't have Protect, but in that case maybe it swaps. It does swap. Into Lucario. That's not the end of the world. Ooh, that was some good damage, actually. We miss Leaf Storm. That's actually kind of awesome. Now we can Leaf Storm the Krookodile. I'm going to protect Kangaskhan. Did we reveal Protect in Game 1? I don't know. I'm going to Leaf Storm the Krookodile. Missing Lucario. I mean, we're missing a lot of moves, actually, but we're hitting Stone Edge. If that Leaf Storm miss gives me a Stone Edge connect later, I'll take that trade. You know I'm scarfed into Leaf Storm. There's no way you just keep Krookodile in, right? But what are you going to do, reveal your 4th Mon? I guess so. It's Kangaskhan. Alright, a full power Leaf Storm into Kangaskhan. I'll take that. And you Mega Evolved your Lucario. I can Intimidate you now, which is awesome. I wonder if that's enough pressure onto Kangaskhan that they actually just attack Lucario. You're kidding! You're kidding me! This is a joke. This is a joke, right? You're joking. I'm gonna bring in Gyarados here, and also bring in I'm gonna bring in Gyarados and Salazzle, and I'm gonna go this way with it, but oh my goodness. Actually insane. Did they lower Leaf Storm's accuracy in a patch and I just missed it? Interesting that it's Scrappy, not Inner Focus. I can click Fake Out into their Kangaskhan if I wanted. I'm gonna go Dragon Dance and Fake Out the Kangaskhan. Yeah, that is what I'm gonna do. I'm allowed. Lucario does swap. Hi, Rotom. Oh, a double swap. Okay. And we block it with our Oblivious, yeah! If only that also blocked the other one. So Heat Wave would have been the correct play there. I guess Sludge Bombing the Lucario would have been the correct play there, but I'm not going to do that. Obviously, I'm protecting Gyarados. So I'm not. I'm just attacking with both here. I'm not even Mega Evolved. Maybe I should have Mega Evolved the Gyarados here. Mega Kangaskhan has very little value going forward. Intimidate isn't that valuable. This might be a mistake. I probably should have Mega Evolved Gyarados here. Maybe also gone for Heat Wave and so that I actually hit the Krookodile too. Ah, it is Pasho Berry. Oh, that's what I get. Yeah, Heat Wave might have picked it up. Breaking Swipe. I doubt it would be that and Electroweb, though. It is! Oh my goodness! Big mistakes. Big mistakes are being made here today. Huge ones. Alright, I need to get Salazzle off the field. Salazzle's very useful later. I'm going to bring in Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan is only useful when Lucario's not on the field. Ah, the Pasho Berry. Yeah, if I had thought that through further, I probably would have Mega Evolved and Heat Waved, and that would have taken Krookodile, which would have been incredible. Yep, another Electroweb. Here I think I go for just Waterfall and Mega Fake Out Krookodile. The Mega Fake Out might take it, and Gyarados I think is faster than this Rotom anyway. It is a -1 Fake Out now, so it's like I want... And if they potentially switch the Krookodile, expecting the Fake Out, wanting to get an Intimidate again later, getting some Waterfall damage off on something is worth something. I definitely feel like I'm playing from behind, but I have done a decent amount of damage, and Heat Wave can just one-shot Lucario. Though we're relatively low health on our Salazzle. I wonder if the Lucario has a priority move. They are a special attacker, apparently. So maybe not. Alright, -1 Fake Out does not take the Krookodile. Who then flinches, and then Waterfall finishes them up. And then I'm guessing it's just Electroweb, most likely. And of course you get a critical hit on Kangaskhan, why not? I don't think Lucario comes in here. I'm gonna go into Rotom. Yeah, it's Kangaskhan coming in here. Alright, I'm gonna start throwing my own Electrowebs if I can. At my speed's so low, I might as well Hammer Arm. Sure, you can fake out one of us. It's gonna be Rotom. Woo, that's a lot of damage. And Hydro Pump into Kang. Actually takes it? That's crazy. Alright. We have some semblance of a pin here. They don't know, necessarily. No, if they have Sucker Punch, we're cooked, right? No, because we can fake out to get around Sucker Punch. So what, they bring in Lucario there? I'm gonna go Leaf Storm Heat Wave. I need to make a play here. Yeah, I probably lose this, but if I get this called exactly right, we're in it. Nah, needed to be fake out Leaf Storm. That's sad. Alright, they take game 2. Now we know they have Sucker Punch on their Kangaskhan. Okay, we're going to game 3. That's exciting. Game 3s are always hype. And with the stakes being as high as they are. Let's go. Let's do it. This is fun. Okay. Rotom would have been great. I did not utilize it very well. I'm going to try to do better this time. I'm going to go Rotom Kangaskhan. I'm going to try to actually do the Electroweb strats this time. Before they can just get carried away with their own Electroweb strats. I wonder if bringing Farigiraf is worth it. If speed gets out of control, a Trick Room could do something. And Clefable... not in love with Clefable. Do I drop Gyarados, though? What if I do? What are they going to do? They lost with Charizard, they won with Lucario. They're going to bring Lucario. I don't need my Charizard answer. They're going to bring Charizard and I'm going to get cooked. But I'm bringing my 2 fast Pokemon that happen to have Fake Out, plus Electroweb. And I'm hoping to try to run them down with speed this time. Rotom Lucario, that is what we like to see. Alright. Let me do some quick math here. I need to Mega Evolve my Kangaskhan to catch max speed Lucario. Okay. We're gonna click Electroweb. And we're gonna just Mega Hammer on the Lucario. Yeah, I'll drop my Kangaskhan speed too, but we have a Trick Room mode, we can bring it out, and we can do a lot of stuff. Rotom swap, oh yeah. Oh, into Kangaskhan, that's so good. And they Mega Evolve the Lucario, yes! Okay. These both have to connect. It's a 90 accurate and a 95, and I've had bad luck so far. I've had really bad luck with accuracy so far, so I probably will just whiff the... No, I'll probably hit the Electroweb, whiff the Hammer Arm, and then just lose on the spot to an Aura Sphere. See, Electroweb connects. And then Hammer Arm misses. Oh! Oh! We got it! We got it! And we only take a -1 speed drop, which is actually pretty significant, depending on their Kangaskhan spread. Oh, that's so good. That is so good. We can block their Fake Out, which they won't be expecting for sure. Yeah, I'm happy to get off the field. Leaf Storm is huge later. And I would like to do some damage into their Kangaskhan. We're at -1. We're also having our speed lowered, so if they go for Breaking Swipe, we'll be at -2 attack. So it's not going to be a ton of damage. But hopefully it's more damage than they expect. Yeah, there it is. Bonk. And Gunk Shot, I like that. I don't like that I'm now in knockoff range, though, actually. It's Choppleberry. Oh, I thought I missed. I was like, oh, there's the miss. Chopplecang, okay. Obviously, you think I want to set Trick Room. Maybe I do want to set Trick Room. I think I need to set Trick Room, though. I'm going to go Ally Switch and Hammer Arm their Kangaskhan. That's my call here. They're swapping. Okay. Some damage into Rotom is fine. Gotta chip that thing down eventually. That knockoff does next to nothing, and so does this Hammer Arm. Cool, cool. Alright, Kangaskhan off the field to Rotom. Farigiraf, you probably are just going down to a knockoff here. Try to get a Hyper Voice if you can. I'm gonna get my Kangaskhan stats back. And then we're gonna play Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Leaf Storm. I think I need to get rid of the Rotom? I'm not sure. Let's see what even happens here. Okay, they Gunk Shot. Calling the wrong swap. Unless it's just a double up into that slot. It's a Reflect. Okay, free Hyper Voice damage. Love that. That's some damage. It's not a lot, but it's some damage. Alright, their Kangaskhan has 47%. Leaf Storm's gonna KO somebody. That's just the way it is. I think I'm gonna send it at Krookodile because Gunk Shot is scary. And I'll go for a Hyper Voice. They're going for Helping Hand into Krookodile. That was not the it. Yes, it was, because I just can't connect Leaf Storm. That just ended any chance I have. That Leaf Storm, this Leaf Storm missed every single time. Okay, it's not over. Yeah, it's not over. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's not over. It's not over. Not good, but it's not over. I'm going to do the Fake Out into Rotom. And go for a Hyper Voice here. I'm trying to put everyone into Heat Wave range if I can. Alright, there's Earthquake. That's not great. It's a critical hit on Kangaskhan. No, you're gonna connect a Hydro Pump. You're gonna connect a Hydro Pump and win the game in a second, right? Well, actually, no. Kangaskhan is faster than Rotom. Right? We don't have any speed drops right now, right? Okay, no, this might work. We need to double edge and we need to connect the Heat Wave and KO the Krookodile. I can't afford a Fake Out Earthquake turn next turn. They have Breaking Swipe, Knockoff, Earthquake, Gunk Shot. They cannot protect. Yeah, this is it. They have to... Okay, there's the Heat Wave. Oh, It takes out the Krookodile. And then we double edge and take out the Rotom. Okay. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. I need to retire this lawnmower. Just leave these leaf storms. I'm gonna... Wide Lens was introduced, but we're not allowed to use it because we can only have Reg MA items. Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna go double edge for the guaranteed damage and Sludge Bomb for the guaranteed damage. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you go for Fake Out, but Sludge Bomb should be able to clean it up from here. Not quite. But yeah, there's no reason not to just double attack. I don't even need to play Encore games. We have a Sash. We're good. Even if they had a priority Earthquake for some reason, we would still win. Yeah, Sucker Punch, take out my Kang. Sure, makes sense. Gets around the Encore play too, but... Okay, that was intense. Great games, great set of matches here. And it looks like we're moving on. GG. Alright, it looks like we are moving on in the playoffs. Thank you very much to my opponent. Go and check them out in the description below. But I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like on this video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And anyways, I'm Jordy. And, alright, peace.